What is Cafe Mocha? Experts, celebrities.
Hey, this is John Legend.
Yours truly, Idris Elba.
This is Fantasia.
I am Ian Levinson.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Tamar Braxton.
Music and features from a woman's perspective. Intriguing conversation. The Swag Award. Espresso. The MC Light Mix. Radio from a woman's perspective.
What flavor are you, baby?
This is Cafe Mocha.
This is Cafe Mocha. I'm Lonnie Love.
I'm Angelique. I have a question, Lonnie.
Okay.
Did the A-list black celebrities boycott the Oscars?
Girl, don't ask me. I didn't bother watching. But we're going to talk about why Denzel, Will, Jada, Sam Jackson, Whoopi, all the best of the Hollywood were MIA at the Oscars.
Coming up. It's Cafe Mocha. I'm Angelique.
I'm Lonnie Love.
We're talking about the Oscars, which, were very white. So white that in the first opening sentence, Neil Patrick Harris
Made a joke
about it. So, but there were some very, very powerful moments. I know you didn't watch, but I'm sure you saw the clips.
Yeah.
That performance for Glory.
Yeah. It was great. I saw the clip of that, and it was very moving. But that song's been moving everybody. It was just, with that moment, and to see David Oyelowo, that's his name? Oyelowo stand up and cry next to his white wife was awesome. I just, that moved me.
The white wife part.
And, Chris Pine had tears in his eyes, Star Trek, Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
It was a trip. And, there was also some moving speeches.
Yes.
The young man that did the speech about the suicide, how he wanted to commit suicide and being different. I really was moved by that when I saw that. And it was interesting. Patricia Arquette, who won for
Boyhood.
Boyhood. She made this powerful speech about equality for women.
Yes.
But then she had to go back and talk to the press. And she made the same type of speech, but in it, she also said, and people are now taking issue with her, saying that, she was getting into it, and then she was saying, just like the gay people and people of color, we fought for you guys, now you need to fight for us. And so,
for women?
Yes. And so now people were taking that as, so you're saying that because white women took care of gays and people of color, like those women don't count either. So it was like it was a buzz on Twitter once that got out.
I missed that. I mean, I get what she's saying.
Yeah, but
kinda.
Yeah.
But she probably just went off on a tangent.
I think she had well intentions, but then she got a little riled up,
right?
And it just came off as, okay, we white women have been fighting for you all. Now you all need to help fight for us. And first of all, just so it's clear, when they passed the Civil Rights Act in the 60s, that act helped everyone. See, people have to remember that. But it really helped white women as well. When that act was passed, it really helped them. We still do have, money issues, but white women have been in the mix with us for years. And I think people need to realize that.
So now, on that note, do you want to apologize to David Oyelowo's white wife?
For what? I didn't do anything wrong.
It's Cafe Mocha. More coming up. It's Cafe Mocha. I'm Angelique.
I'm Lonnie Love.
We're talking about
the
Hollywood
and
all that good stuff.
And we had to go to the source. We had to go to the person that we know he just gonna talk it. He gonna give it to us.
Always A-list, Mr. John Murray. How are you?
Hey ladies, how y'all feeling today?
We're doing good. Excellent. Let's talk about these Oscars, bruh. What's going on?
The Oh So White Oscars, as the hashtag read during the show last week.
It sure did, didn't it?
And I think it was apropos for Neil Patrick Harris, who hasn't gotten the best reviews for his performance of hosting the show. I think one of his greater moments in the show, though, was when he himself made a joke just about how it was a celebration of white Hollywood.
Right out the
I thought
gate.
that was the best. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's so funny. I was telling someone, I said, you know, they really tried to get us in the end because they added all these presenters and performers to bring the diversity to the night.
Mm-hmm.
But you can have a big bowl of grits. Just because you sprinkle a whole bunch of pepper in it doesn't mean that it still ain't grits. It's still grits. You know what I'm saying? So you brought us in, you dangled a little bit of pepper, you wanted to spice things up a little bit. The commercials that they ran to promote the Oscars, I mean, you would have thought it was the NAACP award. Viola, John Legend and Comet. No, but what about all the honorees? What about the ones you got nominated?
John,
The lily whiteness of the show.
John, I have a theory because I did not see Will and Jada. I didn't see Halle. I didn't see Denzel. I didn't see any of those people. Did Black Hollywood boycott?
I think there were some people who said, you know what, I can find something better to do with my time. Because here's the thing, we are working. You know, we might be working on television, and we are putting out films. I mean, we've had a great 3 or 4 years, in Hollywood. The problem with the Academy Awards and a lot of these award shows is the core of the voting members don't look like America.
Right.
With the Academy in particular, the voting member is 94% white.
Man.
76% male, and the median age is 63.
With medium, that means the middle, right?
That's it. That's the average age.
So that means that half of
Taraji
them.
Henson comes few and far between when it comes to voting members of the Academy.
Gotcha.
Tyler Perry is few and far between when it comes to voting members of the Academy. So, we're excited that Cheryl Boone Isaacs is the president of the Academy.
That black
Whatever
lady.
she's got to do to make sure that her legacy is felt and increasing the diversity of that organization, that's the only way it's going to change. Otherwise, we will continue to win for slaves, subservient roles, and for singing and dancing.
Hello.
It's Cafe Mocha. We are on the line with John Murray. We're going to talk some more about this, and we're about to talk about this Monique situation.
Where has she been? It's Cafe Mocha. We're talking about the Oscars and magically missing since her Oscar win.
In what, 2010?
Yes, 2010.
Yeah.
Monique just did an interview with the Hollywood Reporter saying, the reason you haven't seen me is because I was blackballed by Hollywood. We have John Murray on the line, always A-list. What happened with Monique? I want your opinion, then I'll tell you what I heard.
Well, it's so funny. Back in 2010, I was on a syndicated radio show, and I was in the midst of the Oscar coverage. I was covering it for this show, and on the air, I was talking about some of the stories that were beginning to come out. One I remember it was in the New York Daily News, which they kind of broke the story that Monique wanted to be compensated for promoting the film Precious. Now, let me explain to the radio listeners how this works, and Lonnie, you can attest to this.
Yeah.
When you do a movie project, you're not just hired to show up and be the actor in the project, you're also hired to get the word out about the project.
Right.
And so a part of your contract is the press interviews, the television, the radio, the digital and print media that comes along with it. Now, if you're blessed with an opportunity that your work becomes revered and now you're up for awards and the movie's up for awards, then you go and continue the promotion of that project by going to film festivals and other places that all it does is expand your visibility. In the case of Monique, there was a big rollout for Precious at the Toronto Film Festival. And they wanted her to come to Toronto to promote the film because this was going to be the real kickoff of the film's Oscar campaign. Monique wanted $100,000 to come to Toronto to promote a movie that was going to solidify her future in Hollywood.
Shut up.
When asked why she wanted to be compensated, because it is not the Hollywood standard to be compensated, which means Tom Cruise isn't paid, Will Smith isn't paid, Sam Jackson isn't paid. The biggest box office stars in the world are not paid to promote their movies because it benefits their box office.
Absolutely.
And it benefits their bookability when they do. She said, your new executive producers, Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry, are rich, and I'm trying to get rich.
Oh,
But
you
a
are so
fast
ghetto.
down of a studio isn't the way that you get rich. You get rich by going through the Hollywood process graciously, so that when you come through on the other side, like Octavia Spencer, then there are a lot more opportunities out there for you. People want to work with you because they like your work. So, she didn't show up for a lot of events. She didn't show up for a lot of awards. And then she gave what people called a very rebellious and defiant speech during the Oscars. And I'll never forget when the camera cut to Sam Jackson right at the tail end of her speech. He gave what I call the Sam Jackson side eye, and the look on his face says, "We'll never see you again."
Wow.
Wow. Okay. We are talking to John Murray. We're talking about the Oscars, specifically Monique getting blackballed since winning the Oscars. More coming up.
Dope.
It's Cafe Mocha. I'm Angelique. Coming up this hour, did Hollywood blackball Monique or did she blackball herself? The conversation continues with John Murray. It's Cafe Mocha.
This is Cafe Mocha. We've been talking to John Murray, always A-list, about the whole Monique being blackballed by Hollywood, and I just wish her the best. What is it, in your opinion, that Monique could do to change all of this?
Nothing.
Well, I think she has to come out of denial. That's first and foremost. The fact that it's taken her 5 years to realize that she's been sitting at home not working, that in itself shows there's a level of delusion there, because you won an Oscar 5 years ago and you're not getting any work. And here's the thing. Look at the history of Lee Daniels. Lee Daniels is very loyal. All of his friends always show up in his projects. Cuba Gooding Jr. done been in like 3 or 4 of his movies. He had his little guest starring role
on Empire.
Mariah Carey plays slaves in all his movies. And y'all know good and well Mariah Carey ain't a slave. But Lenny Kravitz will be in all of his projects. That's how Lee Daniels is. So the fact that he has launched Empire, which is breaking records, and everybody is all into it, and Monique isn't a factor in it, it just goes to show that not even he could touch her anymore. He said he likes her, he respects her ability, but during the precious season in which he had to collaborate with her, she turned off so many people that not even he could call her up and hire her for this project.
Wow.
There it is. Well, Monique, you've heard it from always A-list John Murray said, come out the clouds, baby.
And
baby, hug yourself and love yourself, baby. Baby. They used to say on the Monique Show on BT, baby.
Thank you, John.
Tell Hollywood you sorry, baby.
John, how do people reach you?
You can always find me on TV. I've been splitting my time between the Wendy Williams show and the Meredith Vieira show, and hopefully I can show up on the real soon. You can also find me on alwaysalist.com and John Murray, JAWNMURRAY on social media.
You ever in LA? You're always East Coast. That's why we can't get you on. But
listen, I'm gonna come bunk up at your house, Lonnie. Tell the young boy or the older guy. Both. Your cousin is coming because he's gonna be on the real.
All right. We always love you, John. Thank you for giving us the 411.
What's being talked about on the street, online, and sister to sister? It's Did Y'all See? On Cafe Mocha.
So did y'all see that for Fashion Week, Kim Kardashian brought out baby Northwest to cheer on and support her daddy, but North was not having it. She actually threw a full-on tantrum in the front row.
Maybe North's foolish parents will learn that New York Fashion Week is no place for a baby.
On the flip side, I think they really want North to be like the first child to be, introduced to couture and all this other nonsense, when in reality, she doesn't even have the attention span to really understand what is happening.
That's our perspective. For more Did Y'all See, be sure to log on to MadameNoir.com.
That was Did Y'all See with the ladies of Madame Noir on Cafe Mocha. For more, check out CafeMochaRadio.com.
It's Cafe Mocha. We're on the line with Tyron Mays, celebrity stylist. Tyron, what do you think about this whole Kanye situation and the shoes and the fashion show and he arguing with people?
Wait. If you haven't...
I worked with Kanye West. I did a video with him, the Everybody Knows video with him, he and Pharrell. He's a fabulous guy. I think he's really misunderstood. I think he really is impetuous and he wears his heart on his sleeve. He definitely has a love of fashion. He's trying his best to go out there and make his mark and create collections. It's not easy to do fashion. I think he's discovering that. Mm-hmm. But we have to give him a tilt our hat for trying, because everybody having a possibility of putting a collection out there. It's just about whether it's the right timing, if it's well received, and you know what? Likability has a lot to do with it. If people are not liking you, they ain't gonna buy your clothes.
That's true. Northwest had a little problem because she was on the front, and Northwest, it was okay. Just so the listeners know, I do this all the time, Tyron. Stick with me. Okay, we had Puffy, we had
Cassie, Rihanna,
we had Jay-Z, Beyonce. Next to Beyonce was Kim Kardashian and Northwest. And when we say Northwest had a hissy fit, I don't know what it was, but Kim had to pick up the baby and take her out because she was like, I'm not feeling this fashion stuff.
No. Northwest did her job. She brought all the attention to Kim Kardashian. So we didn't talk about Beyonce, Jay-Z. She's well trained. She's her mommy's daughter.
I love it.
Tyron Hayes.
Mommy likes selfies and Northwest likes selfish.
Celebrity stylist Tyron Mays. How do people get in touch with you?
Well, you know what? Right now, I'm like an Instagramaholic. My Instagram is stylist Tyron Mays. That's STYLIST-TYRONMAYES. If you hit me up on there, I actually talk back. I'm like, hey, what's up? I give people some advice. I'm very proactive on Instagram, and then I flash it out to all of my other social medias like Twitter and Facebook.
Excellent. So next time we got a little gig, a little party to go to, we gonna, send you our outfit beforehand to get
yeah. Well, I have an agent too. So, if you want to remember to go to MaxineHall.com, MaxinePall.com. She has everything. She has my website, my portfolio, my bio. She's the woman that will get you directly to me.
All right, Tyron. Thanks so much for calling in to Cafe Mocha. We sure appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm Angelique with the Espresso. Oscar night was a big night for many social causes, especially for women.
It's our time to have wage equality once and for all and equal rights for women in the United States of America.
Patricia Arquette later went on to put her foot in her mouth, but I guess her heart's in the right place. 18-year-old Disney star Zendaya Coleman hit the Oscar red carpet with dreads. The response?
I feel like she smells like patchouli oil. Or weed. Yeah, maybe weed.
Juliana Rancic hit her E! News show for this apology.
This incident has taught me to be a lot more aware of cliches and stereotypes, how much damage they can do, and that I am responsible, as we all are, to not perpetuate them further.
Focus hits theaters this weekend. For the role, Will Smith met with a real con artist, and he said this.
Everybody's running a con, and that was one of the first things Apollo said. Everybody's running a con, right? So people are going to wear the clothes, people are going to do their hair, people are going to say the things they need to get the things that they want. And he said that, so at the core of human interaction is a con.
Point taken. That's the Espresso.
This is Cafe Mocha. Cafe Mocha.
It's Cafe Mocha. This is the Light Mix. I am MC Light. The ladies have left me to get you in a good mood. So I'm going to take you back as we usually do during the Light Mix. This is what I call slow and songwriter style. Yeah, I know you know what I'm talking about. Sing along with the Isleys. Come on.
Hey girl. It's Cafe Mocha. That was the MC Light Mix.
Wrapping up the show. It was so good. We had so much fun.
I mean, it was really good to and this is the end of, the last end of the Black History Month. And just want to say, you know what? Make Black History all the time, y'all. Not just a month, but all the time. But I wanted to give a quick fact. The reason why they made February, not because it was the shortest month, but because it was the birthdays of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. And when they were making it, they wanted to make it because they were the two biggest proponents they felt with Black history. So they made it in February.
Whatever, Lonnie.
I'm just giving you some facts. Thank you to John Murray and Tyron Mays for calling us in. And of course, thank y'all for listening.
It's Cafe Mocha.
Cafe Mocha is a production of Miles Ahead Broadcasting in partnership with Westwood One. Executive producer Sheila Eldridge. Writer and producer Angelique Perrin. For comments, booking, and more information, visit cafemocharadio.com.